Good afternoon, Ronald E. McNair Elementary family, scholars, and staff. My name is Mr. Chow, as many of you all know, and I'm truly honored and humbled to serve as your scholars' school counselor for this academic year, where at Ronald E. McNair Elementary School, we truly believe in success for all. And again, success for all, not just in academics and in the confines of the school, but also success in life. Preparing your scholar with the life skills that they can use to succeed or give themselves a better chance to succeed as they go older and go into the world. And so that being said, I hope everyone has a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. I hope if you spend some time with family, with friends, that you have some times of joy, that you have times to rest and relax. Make sure you pause and recharge as we get ready for this next push as we go into the winter holiday and the winter break. And so scholars, family, staff, make sure you take some time for yourself to take care of yourself as well. The other thing is, as we go through the season, let's continue to have a spirit of gratitude. And if you remember, gratitude is having both appreciation, which is an action word. So I show my appreciation, my thankfulness through my actions, and also having thankfulness. And thankfulness is more from your mouth or with your words. I show my thankfulness with what I say. Thank you for this. Thank you for that. But having appreciation, the action, with thankfulness together allows someone to be grateful or having gratitude. And so let's think through what we're grateful for. I am really grateful for your scholars and your family support for our school this year. I know at times there's been different challenges, but I'm so grateful for our partnership, for working together, for communication. I'm grateful for your scholars' hard work. I'm grateful for your teachers and, busting their tails essentially to make sure that we try to cultivate and try to mold your scholar into someone that can think, that can learn, and that can obviously grow as an individual in their life skills. And so without further ado, this is Chow-Time Edition 3. Now, Chow-Time is a monthly video newsletter where we highlight a characteristic, a trait, a habit, something that we truly believe can impact your scholars' success, not just in school or academics, but also in life. And so if you think back to August, September, we spoke about excitement, how we will use excitement to start strong, but how to keep that excitement going on is we need to work with other people with our excitement to try to partner together so that we can help each other grow and helping your scholars grow academically, behaviorally, and with their attendance. And in October, we spoke about trust and how trust is a very difficult thing sometimes to earn, but once earned, it's also difficult to break. But trust is key. Without trust between two parties or three parties or a team, it is never as effective because you will always be spending too much time thinking about, do they have my back? Do my teammates have my back? And as opposed to, let's go ahead and try to win this game. Or let's go ahead and try to do our best in school because I know my teacher has my best intention for me. I am trusting the process. Even though it's hard right now, I know that I will continue to grow as an academic scholar. And so as we move into November, one thing I love doing when I come to your scholars' classrooms is I like to tell stories. And I truly believe telling stories is a great way to communicate things that we have gone through or life experiences, connecting it to what they might be going through. So I'm going to tell a quick story, and that'll tie into this month's Chow Time. But it was in 1620, there's a group of 120 people. They weren't anyone special. They were just really common people. They were just people of the crowd. And they decided, hey, we are going to leave our home country to explore for a new world. We are looking for religious freedom. We're looking for different freedoms. We just realized that, you know what? This is something that we have to be done. And so they boarded a ship called the Mayflower, and they started to sail. And that's sailing, right? They sailed, and then they ended up landing in 1620 at Plymouth Rock, right outside of Boston. And those were obviously the Pilgrims. So if you think through all of that, a lot of times we think about, oh, the Pilgrims came. Wow, man, that's amazing. But think about this. They were 120 common people. Nothing special, really. They all could, they had different trades. They could build something. Maybe they were farmers, whoever they were. It was 120 people. What did it take for them to leave? Well, there was a lot of things that they wanted to do that they knew they couldn't do. There's a lot of things they hoped and they dreamed for their future, and they knew that something would have to change. So for everything as you think through it, when they came to the New World, man, you literally found a piece of land. No building, no electricity, no water. So what do you do then? You start to learn. They started to learn. And what we also realized is, of those 102 people, only about 50 of them made it. Everyone else passed away on the trip over. And so of those 50, now you've seen a bunch of your friends, your family, they passed away. What do you do now? What do you do now when you're in the New World? You can't turn back. You turn back. Well, half of y'all didn't make it on the way here. The other half, we're not going to make it on the way back. So what they ended up doing was they worked together. They partnered together. They said, we're going to show up every day and we're going to keep building. We're going to build and build and build, and we're going to build colonies. We're going to build cities, right? Building Jamestown, Williamsburg. We're going to build these places. We're going to work together, and we're going to work together happily, harmoniously. Not all the time, but most of the time, let's work together, right? Let's act the right way. Let's work together to create unity, to trust each other, to take our excitement of making it to the New World and working together. And so with all that, there was one core habit or character trait that caused them to eventually become successful. And you could say, well, hard work, positive behavior, kindness. No, the one word that helped them, because they saw a lot of people and the challenges that came here, the one word they saw was courage. Courage. Courage means standing up in the face of danger, in the face of fear, standing up and doing what's right. And for your scholars, standing up to doing what's right, having courage in the school, outside of school, to do what is right to help them be successful in the future life is what is going to be one core element for them to be successful in life. So success for all. Do you have the courage when you don't feel like going to school to go to school? Now, if you're sick, stay home. Do you have the courage to get up and go? Do you have the courage when you have an argument with someone else in school to stand up and say, I'm going to do what's right, or I'm going to lay down my sword, as they called it, right? I'm going to lay down my badge, my sword, and we're going to work through this, right? We don't always need to fight. Let's figure out, how to work through that, all right? Do you have the courage when it's like, man, this academics is really tough. I'm really struggling with this. Go ask your teacher. Ask for help. Work together. Be patient with yourself. Have the courage to keep going. Do we have courage in the face of fear? When you're scared of doing something, do you step out and go into it? When you know you've messed up and no one knows, do you have the courage to go tell someone, say, hey man, I messed up. How do we work from there, right? Do you have the courage to tell your teachers or the admin or Mr. Chow? All that to say, what the Pilgrims learned were, if I have courage in the face of fear, if every day I do something that I am uncomfortable with, ultimately, you give yourself the best chance to succeed. And they did. Because without the Pilgrims, right now, we wouldn't have America. If you think about it, those 50 people, if they did not have courage in the face of fear, face of challenge, in the face of, hey, let's work together even if I didn't like them, each other. If they did not have courage, they would not have succeeded in starting really this country in many ways. And so with all that said, scholars, during this Thanksgiving period, think about, how do I be more courageous as I go into this next year? How do I be more courageous as I go into this spring? How do I be more courageous for the fifth graders as I move into middle school and dealing with middle school challenges and middle school behaviors and middle school academics and middle school lives? How do I work on things this year so that I am ready for next year? And families, let's work together to partner together to help empower your scholars in this upcoming year to be the most successful that they can be. So take courage. Let's have courage. Let's keep working on kindness with each other. And I can't wait to see all that we accomplish as we go into this winter and then the spring semester. And with all that being said, happy Thanksgiving to all the families. Thank you so much again for your partnership. Let's be courageous together. Have a great time of celebration. Let's be grateful for all that we have. And scholars, I hope you all have a wonderful and restful break, and I will see you on Monday. Bye-bye.